Hey, what's going on Facebook? Eddie Harvey here from EddieOHarvey.com. What's happening, guys? I'm here to talk to you all today. I want to talk about what to do when you don't feel like it and how to overcome that. We all have times when there are things we know we need to do, but there's a part of us that doesn't feel like doing it. So I want to talk to you all today about that. And I'm just going to share this in a couple of groups here really quickly. And before I get rocking and rolling, go on here. Hope everyone is having a good evening today. 1 second here, guys. Couple of groups, and we're gonna get going. Tiare, what's going on, young lady? How are you? Thanks for hopping on here with me. What's up, Melissa? Hey, thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it. Just sharing this in a couple of groups, guys, and we're going to talk some good old mindset talk here today, because I know we all have been there. I felt like it yesterday. I didn't feel like doing a damn thing. Excuse my language, but I did it. Just didn't feel like it, but I did it anyway. All right. Last one here, guys. And we are off to the races. All right, guys. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Tiari. I'm doing very well, thank you. I know you are doing well. You got those got the kids keeping you busy, I'm sure, as it is in my house as well. All right, guys. Listen. What to do when you don't feel like doing something, guys. How do you overcome that feeling? Now, like I said, that is a feeling that we all have experienced. Everyone has that feeling of there are going to be days when you don't feel like doing a freaking thing. You know, you're not going to feel like doing anything. And guess what? That is perfectly normal. In fact, most entrepreneurs, I don't care if you have made $0. My jelly beans, they keeping you busy, Melissa. I like that, jelly beans. I like that word. Yeah, mine are too. Oh, literal jelly beans. Right, I got you. I'm sorry, guys. Got to think about jelly beans now. I'm getting hungry. Got all this Halloween candy in here. All right, let me get back on task. All right, guys. So most people don't feel like doing anything. I don't care if you've made $0 or if you are 5, 6, 7, 8-figure income earner, guys. Sean, what's going on, brother? What's happening? There are going to be days when, thanks for hopping on, man. There are going to be days when you don't feel like doing nothing, guys. And guess what? It's perfectly normal. I don't think nobody wakes up. You know, certain days you're going to be pumped up. You're going to be, you know, got the blood flowing, emotion going like, man, let me get on here. Let me knock out some calls. Let me get some content up. There are going to be days you're going to feel like that. But it's going to be a lot of days when you get up and you don't feel like doing nothing. I told you yesterday, I didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't feel like doing nothing. Everybody doesn't wake up every single day saying, man, I'm about to call these leads. Oh yeah, I'm ready to call some leads. I'm ready to get rejected possibly by some people, you know, listen to a potty mouth. You know, everyone doesn't wake up saying, I'm going to go to this home. I'm going to go to this meeting. I'm going to go to this home meeting, go drive across town. I'm going to get on this plane. I'm going to go, you know, whatever, pass out these postcards. I'm going to go to this, whatever you go, whatever you're doing for business, guys, whatever it is, you know, going to this Facebook Live and being anybody on here. It doesn't matter. You're going to be days it just doesn't feel like it. Because we are creatures of emotion and not logic. So it's okay. But you got to think logical. You got to think logical and say, hey, man, listen, here's where the disconnect happens with people who are successful and people that are not successful. See, the people that are not successful, they're going to feel that feeling and bank on that feeling. Now, if you've been working your butt off, man, that's okay to take a day off here and there and do a little something. That's cool. But most people that are unsuccessful and not achieving the success they have, they're going to feel that feeling and they're going to embrace it and go into that comfort zone of that feeling of, all right, well, I'm not going to do anything. All right, I'll pick it back up tomorrow. And then tomorrow turns into, all right, I'll do it next week. And next week turns into, I'll do it next month. You know what the successful people do? The ones, no matter if they're sick, it doesn't matter if they're dog-faced tired, they do the thing anyway. They do the thing anyway. I know all of you watching this, all of you have had days. You got it, right? Right? You've had days, right, where you didn't feel like doing anything. Not doing a single thing. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the hearts. Thank you, guys. And if you find a value, please hit that like button, smash the heart button for me, whatever it may be. But guess what you did? You did it anyway, right? You did it anyway because you know it had to be done. Successful people feel it. They are tired. They might have just been in a very not so good mood. They might have just had situations occur, but they do it anyway. Do the thing and you shall have the power. I love that phrase. I just said this phrase yesterday. I say it pretty much every day to myself. It's from a gentleman who is a 8+ figure income earner overall, I believe, in the industry. His name is George Zalicki, and phenomenal. He's a motivational speaker and everything as well, but phenomenal quote. And I love that quote. Do the thing and you shall have the power. What is the thing? Only you know what your thing is that you need to do. Do the thing. Pick up the phone and call the leads. Do the thing. Create a blog post. Do the thing. Put a podcast up on SoundCloud. Do the thing. Do a Facebook Live. Whatever that thing is, you know you need to do. Do the thing. Get your butt to that PBR. Whatever it may be. You know the thing that you need to do. And when you do it, there's power in doing. There is no power in not doing. There's no power in just being a couch potato and sitting on your hands and keep putting things off. Because guess what's going to happen? Sorry, I dropped something. Guess what's going to happen, guys? You're going to get to the point where the things you should be doing, you're going to keep not doing them. And then it's going to get to a point where you cannot do them at all. Plain and simple. The things you're able to do right now is going to get to a point where you'll be able to do them, but then you're not going to be able to do them all. Prime example, if you know you have goals, right? You know, if you're trying to work out, get yourself in shape, you're doing well. You're hitting the gym. You're making it happen. You're dropping weight. You're getting your body to where you want to get it to. Now, you're going to, let's say, you know, it's a Friday, right? You know, you get up in the morning, you want to go. It might be cold and snowy out. I know for me, I live in Chicago, right? The Windy City. It gets cold as all outdoors here come wintertime. There are days, because I go to the gym early in the morning. There are days when it's like 4:30 hits. I don't want to get my ass out of bed and go to the gym. I want to lay there because it's cold, it's snowing, I got to scrape ice off windows, all this type of stuff. I don't want to do it. So the excuse, the little tiny voice in my head, we all have that little tiny voice. Don't know what to call it. You might have a name for yours, but we all have that tiny voice in our head that's telling us, man, let's just lay down. You know what? We went hard all this week. We can take today off. We don't have to go. And when I hear that voice, guess what I do? I jump up. I just jump up and get out of bed because I know if I listen to that voice, I'm going to lay there, and before I know it, it's going to be 4 o'clock, then it's going to be 4:30, and it's going to be 5 o'clock, and that's it. I'm not going. I'm not going at that point. Have I listened to that voice before? Absolutely. Plenty of times we've all listened to that voice. We've all listened to it. You have to tell yourself, though, guys, when you hear that voice, you got to embrace that voice. Embrace that little voice in your head, no matter what it is, and smash it. Smash it in the face, smack it, step on it, whatever you want to do. Embrace it, do that, and get up and do it anyway. And that's why I find myself a lot of times, I feel myself like slacking. I'm looking at the time like, man, I don't feel like doing this. I just jump up and take action because that voice is telling me that's the voice of hindrance, and I don't want to listen to it. So I embrace what the voice is telling me, but I do the opposite. I go make happen and do what I got to do anyway. And that's what you need to do. There is no magical way to get rid of this little voice in all of our heads. It's there, but you have to tell yourself, I'm going to succeed no matter what, regardless of how I feel. Because feeling is just an emotion. You know, we're creatures of emotion, right? So we let our emotions sometimes get the best of us in life in general. Another thing George Zalicki always said, one thing he said, guys, and it is so true, especially in the heat of a moment, people have said things and done things that they regret later because of emotions. He says, never make a decision when you're angry, for sleep will surely change your mind. Now, I listened to this guy years ago, but these are things that have stuck with me from what he said. He's saying that because we are creatures of emotion. So in your fit of emotion, if you know you need to get to the gym and you don't go because you just don't feel like you're tired and you're thinking about all of the cold and all the things you got to deal with, then you're letting your emotions dictate the logical decisions you know you need to make. Okay? If you know you need to do a Facebook Live because you've been doing them every day and you want, you know, if you know your goal is to do them 5 days a week and it's Friday night and you don't do that Facebook Live, you letting that little voice take over versus saying, let me go ahead and knock this out because it's the logical decision, and there's no I know what I need to do to be successful. Successful people are the ones who make sacrifices. Instead of going out every night with their friends, successful people now say, some nights I'm going to stay in, I'm going to study my craft, I'm going to dive into this video training, I'm going to do what I need to do. Successful people are the ones that say, I'm going to push the cake to the side, right? I'm going to push the bowl of candy away. It's a big, giant bowl of candy in there that's been calling me for my kids for Halloween. But I got to push the bowl away, because I don't want to listen to the little voice saying 1 piece is not going to hurt. Why? Because 1 piece turns into 5 pieces. I probably ate about 5 pieces yesterday. I'm not going to even lie. But I know today it's like, all right, no, man, I got to stay away from that bowl. So it's because the logical thing for me to do is, if I don't stay away from that bowl, the goals I want to accomplish health-wise are not going to come. What's up, Donna? Thanks for hopping on here. So that's what you got to understand, guys, is that you have to say no. You have to say to yourself, embrace the resistance of that little negative voice, smash it in the face. And when that little voice kicks in, do the opposite of what it's telling you to do. Be defiant and resistant to it, and make happen what you got to make happen. I'm speaking to you right now, Melissa. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's up. As long as I'm speaking to somebody, I appreciate you guys. I'm speaking to myself, and most of the time when I speak, I'm speaking to myself, but I'm glad I'm speaking to you, and I'm glad you find some value in what I'm sharing, because it's so real, right? We all get it. We're all human beings, man, and days are going to be tough. Like I said, days are going to be where you don't, especially the weekends. I admit, I raised my left hand. I raised my right hand right here. I admit, Friday nights and weekends are the toughest for most people. Especially if you're, something you need to get done. So if come Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, that's family time, you're doing things with the family, get your butt up a little earlier. Knock your task out 5:30 to 7:30 in the morning, whatever it may be. But if these are things that needs to get done in order for you to succeed, to separate yourself, do what you got to do, make it happen. In order to get what most people don't have, you got to be willing to do what most people aren't willing to do. And that's what successful people do. There is no magical dust, guys. There is no mad science, no special formula to it. I was thinking about this earlier. We make success so difficult sometimes when it's really an easy recipe, a simple formula. It's all about keeping it simple, and it's the daily discipline of doing things every single day, time and time again. Another quote George Zalicki said, the daily disciplines will make you rich. And whatever rich is to you, it can be financially rich, it can be spiritually rich, it can be physically rich. People, when they hear rich, just think money, which is great, which is phenomenal to have, but you can be rich in so many other areas of your life. But it's all about the daily discipline. It's all about separating yourself, the disconnect from what successful people do and what not successful people do. I called my leads today. I didn't even feel like picking up the phone. Guess what? I did what I had to do, because I know there are things I need to get done. Okay. Now, here's how to solve this. How do you do it anyway? Okay, guys, you have to create a vision. Okay, you have to create a vision of what you want your life to look like. Okay, vision is so powerful. All right, you need to create a vision for yourself of what is compelling. What is your vision that is pulling you? What is drawing you in? What is full of reward for you? Okay, when you create that vision, who do you want to become? How do you want to play? Okay, who do you want to impact? That's the big thing. Who do you want to impact? Do you have a vision for who you want to impact? Do you want to impact your life, your kids' life, your spouse, wife, your church members' lives? Do you want to impact your community? Do you want to impact your fellow entrepreneurs? Who do you want to impact on a daily basis? Okay, so when you create that vision, when you're locked into that vision you have of who you want to impact, whose lives you want to affect, whether it's you personally or others around you in your circle, create that vision, write it out, map it out, game plan it. When you're locked in to having that vision, when that little voice comes in to try to tell you what not to do, guys, you're going to be so locked in on what you have to do that you're just going to laugh at it, look at it, crush it, and go do what you got to do anyway. So that's how you keep yourself from falling into the trap of not doing anything. The days when I sit there and say, man, I don't feel like doing nothing, I think about my vision. I think about, why am I doing what I need to do? Who are the ones that I got to impact? Who are the ones that are watching me? And initially it's my wife, it's my kids, right? And then at the same time, I say to myself, I have value that I need to share. And it's selfish of me to not share this with other people. I am doing myself, I'm doing the information I have, and I'm doing others a disservice. That's being jealous and selfish by me not sharing the information I have. Melissa said, I'm speaking to her right now. So had I not shared this information, that would have been selfish of me to withhold this information and not share it, because it's my duty, in a sense, I feel, to be able to help and impact others. So she's getting some value from this, right? So those are the things that make me think of what I got to do anyway, all right? If you are a competitor, if you're a person that likes to get things done, a person who has to get things done, this is gonna come naturally to you. If that's not you and you know you got to work on it, lock in on your vision, guys. I promise you, you won't regret it. I promise you, you will not regret it if you map out your vision and say to yourself, okay, what compels you? What's pulling you? What's full of reward to you? And who do you want to become? How do you want to play? And who do you want to impact? When you think about those things, locking in and doing what you got to do will get you over that hump, will push you through that feeling of, I don't want to do it. Do it anyway. Just do it, like Nike says, guys. Thanks, Melissa. Right on. Sean, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But guys, that's all I have for you all. Guys, and if you haven't, if you get some of you all here, if you don't know Sean Hill does some phenomenal live streams. I know Sean is live from Monday through Friday, I believe, at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So a man in Texas. So he does a lot of phenomenal things, guys. And I just want to give a shout out to him because he's always locking into mine. And I can make his sometimes I can't, because normally then that's time, my family time. So I be, trying to get things done, but I do watch his replays. So great guy to definitely connect with. And for any of you all else who are doing live streams, I got to check you all out and see. And I would love to see you all who else are here going live and check it out and see what you guys are doing to support each other. So Janetta, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But guys, please create a vision. Absolutely, my man. Absolutely. Create a vision, guys. Create, what you got to do. Okay, sounds good, Melissa. Excellent. Sounds good. I'm glad you've got some value from this. But guys, you all have people out there that are waiting on for you to impact. You got things you need to do, whether it's personally or other people you need to impact. And don't let your emotions take control of you. You are in complete control, guys. When you feel you hear that little voice, do the opposite of what that little voice tells you to do. Get up and do it. Make it happen. Do what you got to do. And guess what? On the other side, you're going to feel so much better. And it's going to become natural to you. Because when you become a person of purpose, of repetition, of consistent action and consistent work, that's just going to roll off the back of your head. And you're just going to make it happen, man. Because you know you got to get it done. That's what successful people do. So I appreciate you guys for hopping on, guys. And if you want to learn more about me and connect with me, get more free marketing, trainings, tips, techniques, you can head over to my blog at eddielharvey.com. Thank you all so much for who all hopped on. I appreciate it. I hope you all receive value from this. And I will talk to you all tomorrow. Take care. God bless and have a great evening.